Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Paul Heyman has dropped another hint at his highly anticipated return in the aftermath of this week's episode of WWE SmackDown. The OG Bloodline is officially back together, barring Heyman, whose absence continues to puzzle fans. JUSO had requested Sami Zayn to show up at SmackDown to settle his issues with Roman Reigns. Though the two didn't get along in the night's opening segment, by the end of the show, they were back on the same page. Zayn rejected Solo Sikoa's proposal to join his side in the War Games match at Survivor Series 2024 and made it clear his loyalties remain with the OG Bloodline. Just an hour after the show, Paul Heyman took to his Instagram and shared a clip of Sam Roberts on his podcast discussing Heyman's return. Roman and Jimmy are together. Jay trusts Jimmy but not Roman. Roman is not thrilled with Jay regardless of the yeet, and Jimmy doesn't trust Sami, and Sami hates everyone except for Jay. And everyone in Bloodline is fighting from individual perspectives. What's happened is we've got the Bloodline back. The OG Bloodline is back together, Sam said. Roberts mentioned that the Wisemen needed to get back on WWE TV and provide guidance to Reigns and company as they head to war with Bloodline. But they don't have a plan. They need a strategy. They need a special counsel. Paul Heyman left WWE television after the Bloodline destroyed him, and since then, he's done one interview by himself, and that interview was with me. When I asked him when he was coming back, he said when I was needed. I've never felt this strongly, that the Wiseman is officially needed, said Sam Roberts in the clip. Paul Heyman was in New York ahead of WWE SmackDown. A few hours before this week's WWE SmackDown, the wrestling world began wondering if Heyman could return to the show after he was spotted in New York. However, as it turned out, the Wiseman did not appear in the episode. A report by Fightful also noted how Paul Heyman was not a stranger to being backstage at WWE shows without coming up on TV. Considering fans have been waiting with bated breath to see him get back with his former stablemates, it remains to be seen when the promotion finally pulls the trigger on his return. As the WWE Universe buzzed with excitement over Roman Reigns' surprise reunion with former ally Sami Zayn, there was one person whose reaction seemed notably absent: Paul Heyman. The legendary wise man, Reigns' on and off advisor and advocate, had been away from WWE for some time, his last appearance shrouded in mystery. However, just as fans began to speculate about his future, Heyman himself dropped a tantalizing hint that might just mean a thunderous WWE comeback. It all started on a Tuesday morning, when Heyman, known for his cryptic social media teases, posted a message on his Twitter account that sent shockwaves through the WWE community. When tribal alliances are renewed, the true power reveals itself. Are you watching closely? He tweeted, accompanied by a black and white image of himself with an inscrutable expression, hands clasped in front of him like a chess master waiting for his move. The post left fans speculating wildly. Was Heyman planning to return as Roman's counsel now that the tribal chief had realigned with Sami Zayn? Or was there more at play here, a deeper game that Heyman was about to unleash upon the WWE? Heyman's absence had been felt deeply. In the months since his departure, Reigns had faced new challenges, and although he managed to hold his ground, the lack of Heyman's strategic guidance was noticeable. Sami's return to Reigns' side added a new layer of unpredictability, particularly considering the bitter history between the two. WWE analysts dissected Heyman's tweet, wondering what he meant by true power. Some speculated that he might not be referring to Reigns at all, but rather to the potential dynamic shift now that Zayn was back in the picture. Others theorized that Heyman's hint was about something, or someone, else entirely. As the week went on, Heyman continued to stoke the fires of speculation. In a brief, impromptu interview caught by a TMZ reporter outside a New York City restaurant, Heyman was asked about his tweet and whether it signaled a WWE return. With his trademark smirk, he responded, "Did I say I was gone? In WWE, there are no exits, only entrances. Some people simply need to wait for the right time to step through the door." Later that night, WWE aired a promo segment on SmackDown that heightened the intrigue. A mysterious video package showcased highlights of Heyman's tenure alongside Reigns, accompanied by Heyman's own voiceover, saying, "The wise man chooses his battles, but a true strategist wins his wars before he ever enters the battlefield." The camera lingered on the shot of Reigns and Zayn's embrace, hinting that Heyman might have orchestrated this reunion from the shadows. As the days passed, WWE's social media channels began running a hashtag Heyman Returns, which quickly trended worldwide. Fans flooded forums and Twitter with theories, and some even claimed to have inside knowledge of Heyman's return. Rumors swirled that Heyman was set to appear at the upcoming Premium Live event, possibly to clarify his position. Yet, no one seemed to have concrete answers, adding to the excitement surrounding Heyman's every move. Finally, the night of the pay-per-view event arrived. The show had already delivered a thrilling lineup, but all eyes were on the main event, which pitted Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn against the Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Damian Priest. The match was fiercely contested, with Reigns and Zayn struggling to match the rhythm and cohesion of their opponents. The duo showed flashes of chemistry, but the Judgment Day's aggression put them on the back foot. In a nail-biting climax, Zayn was left incapacitated outside the ring, leaving Reigns at the mercy of Balor and Priest. Just as it seemed like Reigns would succumb to a double-team maneuver, the lights dimmed, and an all-too-familiar voice filled the arena. "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman." The crowd erupted in cheers, their suspicions and hopes confirmed as Heyman made his way down the ramp, clutching a microphone and a smirk of confidence. As the cameras zoomed in on Heyman, he raised a single hand, commanding silence. "Tonight is not about betrayal. It's not about broken alliances or lost causes," he began. "Tonight is about the resurgence of power. Tonight is about Roman Reigns reclaiming his throne." With a nod from Heyman, a surprising reinforcement appeared. Jey Uso, former member of the Bloodline and one half of the tag team powerhouse the Usos. Jey charged into the ring, delivering superkicks to both Balor and Priest, stunning the Judgment Day and allowing Reigns to capitalize with a devastating spear on Balor. With the pinfall, Reigns and Zayn claimed victory, but it was clear that the story was far from over. Heyman entered the ring, standing between Reigns, Zayn, and Jey, creating a tableau of dominance. "What you see here," he proclaimed, gesturing to the three men, "is the formation of something new, something that transcends the petty disputes and fractured bonds of the past. This is not the Bloodline reborn, this is an evolution." Reigns looked at Heyman with an unreadable expression. After all, this was the same man who had betrayed him once before.